Hello and welcome. We are discussing core concepts to previous year questions and we are on to the chapter of taxation. Today we will be discussing a question from the year 2016. The question is regarding a very important concept in Indian economy, and the question is about base erosion and profit shifting. The question is, the term base erosion and profit shifting is sometimes seen in the news in the context of. We will be seeing the options later on. First, let's talk about what is base erosion and profit shifting. Look, base erosion and profit shifting. In normal parlance, it is called as BEPS, base erosion and profit shifting. Imagine we have a company in India called D. And this company D, it imports, say, this pen from a company in UK called U, and the pen is imported at 200 rupees. And then this company sells this pen in India for 1000 rupees. Importing at 200, selling at 1000 rupees. So Indian authorities are going to impose a tax on 800 rupees because his profit would be 800 rupees. So for India's case, tax base would be 800, and he is having this profit in India, buying at 200, selling at 1000. Profit is happening in India. Then what D company does? D company, it sets up a shell company. A shell company DM in Mauritius, which is a tax haven. Tax havens are those countries which have very less tax rates or zero tax rates, and the authorities, the financial authorities of these countries, like the banks of these countries, they cannot share the information with the tax authorities of other countries, like which all people have companies in these countries, which all people have bank accounts in these countries. This type of information cannot be shared by the banks of these countries with the tax authorities of other countries. In some countries, whether it is illegal to share the information. So what it does, D, it sets up a shell company called DM in a tax haven, Mauritius. And what it does, it imports the same pen to this company DM first. Obviously, U, it doesn't have any relation with D, it doesn't have any relation with DM. So whether DM imports from U or whether D imports from U, U is going to impose the same price, charge the same price, right? So this price at which transaction takes place between two unrelated parties, this and this is unrelated, this and this is unrelated. This price at which transaction takes place between two unrelated parties, that price is called arm's length price. Alright, unrelated parties. Transaction between two unrelated parties, that is arm's length price. Then what D does, it imports from DM at 990 rupees. It artificially decides this price. This is the price at which transaction is taking place between two related parties, and that is called the transfer price. So what is arm's length price? Look, suppose I do not know you. In that case, I am going to maintain a distance of 1 arm from you. So remember like this, that transaction between two unknown parties, arm's length price. Transaction between two related parties, it is transfer price. So now what D does, it imports from DM at 990 rupees and sells in India for 1000 rupees. So now what is the new tax base for India? New tax base for Indian authorities is just 10 rupees because the company is importing at 990 and company is selling at 1000 rupees. Tax base in India is 10 rupees. And don't you think the profit which is happening in India, now the profit has shifted to Mauritius, right? Now Don't you think for Indian tax authorities, the tax base which was 800, now from 800 the tax base has become only 10 rupees. Can I say for Indian tax authorities the tax base has eroded and the profit has shifted to other country? This is profit shifting. Alright. So what MNCs do? MNCs, they would be setting up shell companies in tax havens, and then they will be routing their products into other countries through these tax havens, through these shell companies. So basically these shell companies, their arrangements by these MNCs to reduce their tax liabilities. And the mechanism through which they are doing, that mechanism is called base erosion profit shifting. Alright. Now you would imagine, you would think that now if the company D is importing first from U into Mauritius and then from Mauritius to India, it's going to increase the transportation cost. No, because the goods, they never move to Mauritius. Goods, they would move from UK to India only. It is just on papers with the nexus of custom officers that it would be shown that the goods would move from UK to Mauritius and then to India. In reality, the good would move from here to here only. Alright, now let us see the question. Question is, the term base erosion and profit shifting is sometimes seen in the news in the context of mining operations by MNCs in resource rich but backwards areas. No. Curbing of the tax evasion by MNCs, yes. Well, let's keep it on hold. Exploitation of genetic resources of a country, no. Lack of consideration of environment, no. Basically, BEPS project, it is a project by OECD countries so that we are able to reduce the tax evasion by MNCs. So answer is B. Alright, I hope you have understood what is the concept of BEPS, where companies use the concept of transfer pricing shell companies to reduce their tax liabilities. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you.